Hi guys, welcome back to another Inspired podcast. Today I am here with Tanya, myself, Maddie, Amber, and Sasha. And we are talking about what 4 years in business looks like for MsAmberRed.
Yay!
4 years! Woo! Cue the confetti.
Oh yeah. So hi guys.
Congrats, Amber.
Yeah,
4
Amber.
years.
My life.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We made it, Sasha.
We made it. I don't know how she's made it. She gets meltdowns once a week, and she's like, "Amber, it's okay. You're not quitting yet. Don't quit yet. You got this." I'm like, "Girl, oh, no."
We're the OG 3.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
How does it feel? You feel accomplished?
I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Fair. That's business.
When you first started, like,
When you started
your first
first
year of business, is this how you thought it was going to go? Like, are you reaching those goals that you set back in your first year of business?
I don't know if I had any goals. I think I just literally. I just kind of going with the flow.
Amber said, we're doing this.
Yeah, no, I don't really think I had, like, I'm going to do this, this, and this. I knew I didn't want to be alone.
Yeah. Well, I think you have a pretty bomb-ass team.
I think so.
Not biased at all.
Yeah. I've always wanted to be alone, and now I'm like, oh no, this is like the one. No, I'm like, no. Yeah.
We're like, Tanya. I was like, whoa.
No, like literally group projects, hated it. I'm like, nope, I'll do it myself. I don't want anyone's opinion on whatever I do. I'm gonna do it whatever the way I do it. I don't care what you have to say. And I just don't care about anyone's opinion because I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to do it. And now I'm
You
just
still
like,
do
holy
that,
crap.
though.
Yeah.
You still.
I think, like with permanent makeup, like a school project's different because you really need to rely on people. But at the end of the day, you are the artist in this industry.
But
And even if you tell Tanya something, she's still going to do it her way and then figure out that the way didn't work. And now she's going to go back
I have to fail. I learned the hard way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm stubborn like that too. So
Yeah.
That's how you learn the most, though.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Being in pickles.
How am I supposed to take your word on something's not going to work? What if it didn't work out for you? What if
Yeah.
it might work out for me?
true.
It doesn't? Oh, well. Now I know.
That's true.
Yeah. So?
You're like, talking.
Yeah. So, all right. So 4 years in business, like, do you have any, now that you're 4 years in,
Don't
do you
ask
have
me
goals?
if I have any goals.
Oh,
I don't
fuck.
have goals. I don't have a direction. I'm like,
There is a direction.
What's the biggest difference within yourself of your first year as an apprentice versus
So 10 years ago versus
like your first year as an apprentice versus
First year as a mentor?
Your last year as a business owner.
like now, like
last
currently.
year, yeah.
Oh, say the question again. What's the biggest difference?
Yeah.
The biggest difference probably. It probably happened recently. I got comfortable with not everything's gonna work out.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's like, because if you put all that stress on yourself, if you're like pushing like for anything, like that isn't, it's like people, like ideas, anything, like, just don't put so much pressure on like needing it to be perfect because you'll never get anything out there. And yeah, it's just not like it's gonna flow how it wants to flow.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying don't ask me about goals because
It's so funny though because you also though really, I mean, even if it's small goals, like just making sure we get an email out and that we have this idea, we do these little flash sales, we have like all these little tiny things. Like
those are
little
just
goals
ideas though.
Those are little goals.
Okay, they're
Were you
goals.
doing
they
those
are,
things
yeah.
before? Like before Miss Amber, like I guess solo MsAmberRed?
I was always idea person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I was at GI, I mean, I booked all my own clients. I did all my own advertisings. I did all my own everything. So,
Set you up for this?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I hated it in the moment.
Yeah.
I hated it in the moment because sometimes I'm like, well, that person's getting this and they're not working. Like, they're just handing them stuff. And I'm like, fuck, like, why can't I just do that? Like, but my mind doesn't let me.
Yeah.
I have to take control over everything and do it myself.
Yes.
That was a superpower. Got you here. A big accomplishment, too, is you opened up during COVID. A lot of people
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
They
right. 4 years
survived.
ago.
were closing and you were opening.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
you made it
smart.
all-
Why didn't people do that, though? They should have done that. This ain't got balls.
Ain't
You
got
got balls.
ideas.
Yeah, you gotta have balls. I mean, yeah, you entered the pits of like dismay. Like everything was falling apart. Amber's like, ah.
Well, we're going to stay closed forever. Is that reality?
No, I hope not. I hoped not back then too.
Shoot.
Like, no.
Yeah, but it's not good. That's not reality. Like, so I think just in the moment, like which is weird because I do tend to get caught up in moments. I'm like, oh, the world's ending.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hold on, like, but does that make sense? No.
Yeah.
The world's not going to stay closed forever. There's no possible way the world could stay closed forever. And I'm going to get one hell of a deal.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I kept
literally.
thinking.
And a lot of support for like businesses, you know? Like,
Well, I didn't
or
take
business.
advantage of any of that, but
nothing.
I should have.
Well,
I should
anybody
have.
who did might have. Yeah.
How
That would have been
long
great.
How long were you at GI before you started MsAmberRed?
I was at GI for like 7 years, 6.5, 7 years before yep, and here we are 4 years later.
What gave you the confidence to go on your own? Like just the support from clients or like?
Honestly, when I was sitting, when COVID happened, because I had just gotten married too, which is fucking weird to even say out
A
loud.
lot of COVID accomplishments for Amber.
I know. Yeah, it was great because like I got a
COVID was
vacation
great
from
for you,
I
dude.
loved
What the
COVID.
hell?
At the time, it was horrible because I couldn't tell anybody how much I loved COVID. And now I feel like it's finally okay to say how much I enjoyed COVID. It was the best time of my life. It let me build a
I feel like,
business. I got to relax. I
everybody
was
used
coming off of a
COVID.
honeymoon. I came home. I was working out every day in my backyard. I was skinny. I was drinking margaritas. I was floating in a pool. It was summertime in Vegas.
Life.
Yeah, you know how many Trulies I was drinking too?
See?
Like, we were chilling.
Victor was working inside on the computer, and I'm the whole time out back. Give me another margarita.
Did we work during COVID? We did, huh?
We worked.
Yeah.
Scratch that.
Yeah, COVID was good. I liked it. No complaints.
COVID was
can't
good minus
remember.
all of this.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was sitting on the couch, and I just remember thinking, okay, the world's not going to stay closed forever. But if the world did stay, because I'm an extremist, I'm like, if the world did stay closed forever, what the fuck do I need to go do right now?
Yeah,
And that's what it was.
that's what it was. Make a business. Make a beauty
See if it
business.
works. It's like throwing spaghetti noodles at the
At
wall.
the
and seeing
wall
if
when
it
they're
sticks.
ready.
I'm like, is it?
it
Okay,
ready?
it's
Yeah.
sticking. Let's go.
What's something that you knew you did not like? That you did not want to be like that type of business owner? Or is there something when you're like, oh, my business is not going to run that way? Or it's not going to be that
Tanya's
way?
trying to get the tea.
I'm trying to get the tea.
Actually, there's a couple things. So when you said that, first was consistency, showing up every single day. Didn't matter if how I feel, period, moving forward. And I think I've done that. I think it's almost killed me, but I think I've done it. And then the other thing was, in the time, I thought the way the apprenticeships, because I had a basis for how, everybody's like, oh, that must have been easy. You came from such a big company that knew what they were doing. Okay, just because it works for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
And so, but in the moment I was like, well, I saw how things ran. It went really, for the most part, it went good. Like, she got really lucky with Michonne and I, and it was great. But that doesn't necessarily mean like a 4-year contract is right. That doesn't mean like commission is right. That doesn't mean, so along the way there's been a lot of changes where it's like, oh my God, like looking back on it, I would have never, I say I would have never done that, but I would have probably still done it because I had to learn it to know that it wouldn't work, right? So that. What else? This is fun. Give me some more challenging questions.
Okay.
What was the your 4 biggest lessons that you learned?
There was something about money. Oh,
Yes, I was like, money's a big one.
Money, you guys. If you don't have money, so I should have taken advantage because I think they probably gave away free money and
That's
stuff.
what I'm
They were
thinking. Yeah,
giving
during
lots of free
COVID
money.
for all like loans and small businesses or even women-owned business, like there was like grants and loans and all this shit for all of that. And
I got
that's
ADHD though. I can't be sitting through
no,
sending
like
you a
literally.
whole
No,
ass
I mean
fucking
I'm preaching,
like,
but I am not.
I got to
a part
write
of
out
the
this
choir.
paper to tell you why I need your
Not a
money.
part of
Like
the
I don't know
choir.
if I can even handle that. It sounds
Yeah.
great and all, but I don't think I'll get through it. So money. So learning. You're dealing with payroll. You motherfuckers. So recently, hard
Shout out to
lesson. Well,
ADP.
not even a hard lesson learned because I feel like I've always been pretty good with money. Like I don't just unless I buy like a hot rod or something. I don't generally spend large amounts of money all the time. It's like every 4 years or so. But yeah. Oh, this person didn't add this. Like, what if you have an employee that was, or even just forgot to do their thing? And what if you got to back pay somebody like $500? Or what if you whatever it is, you just have to make sure you always have that cushion of money to be able to just
Bathrooms.
Bathrooms.
Bathrooms break.
Bathrooms do break.
Bathrooms. I would never again have a bathroom inside my suite. It will never happen again unless I own the building.
No. What about for like the OG3?
Nope. Never again. Never
Your
again.
faces are posted on the door. Do you look like this?
Yeah.
Bathroom code 5460.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh man, the bathroom. That's sad.
Bathrooms
RIP
overfill all the
bathroom.
time. Yeah, they just flood. And then the building owns technically everything. So it doesn't matter what you say. They don't care if it's over flooding into your lobby. You just have
So
to.
if you rip it out, do they care?
Well, maybe. I don't care if they care.
Huh?
They don't care if I
Let's put
care.
it back, right? If we ever leave.
Well, the thing is, it's like you're not technically like in my room right now. I have plumbing, so I could divide my room into 2 rooms if I wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
And then we could have an extra room, because I left the plumbing there. So like, if we pull out the bathroom, this turned into a bathroom talk. If we pull out the stuff in the bathroom, we just cap it off. Their plumbing's still there, so it's not like you're getting rid of their
Well,
bathroom.
these are things that you didn't think about until
No.
you're in the situation.
No.
What
But
else had you didn't think about that popped up? And you're like, shit, we gotta handle it.
Yeah. I think the
I don't know.
emergency fund's good.
You're the one's like my fucking she's like my freaking therapist. I don't know. What else do I bitch about all the
Have a
time?
therapist
Right
on
hand.
hand at all times.
Have what?
Have a therapist on
Oh
hand.
yeah,
at all
yeah. That's a must.
Okay, that's a must.
Lawyers, right? You
Lawyer.
always talk about having a
lawyer.
lawyer.
Lawyer's
Yeah,
gotta have a
that's a good
lawyer.
one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do record conversations. I'm gonna record this for my lawyer.
Yeah.
You guys don't.
No,
mind, right?
that's for the not for the lawyer. That's for the accountant because I never had.
Sorry.
My lawyer would be like,
Bro,
"What are
me
you
and Amber having a
doing?"
conversation. You're not recording me, right, bitch?
Ain't no snitch. Snitches get stitches. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And every lesson Amber learned was from 50 Cent himself.
And his book.
And his book.
I need to read that book again. I'm only like a quarter of the way through.
I think we should get a punching bag in the studio.
Oh.
I've been saying that.
Instead of a bathroom, we have a punching
yeah.
area.
Whenever you're just pissed off.
Oh, that lady the other day.
See, wouldn't it have been nice to
The
have a punching
eyeliner
bag?
one?
The one that was out in the hallway kicking. Georgie
Georgie
probably
said-
thought.
Well, Georgie was like, Georgie was like, why do you normally have to like announce if like you can go into the room or if you could pull Amber out? I was like, no, because she's probably a fuddy-duddy one because we're always just freely allowed to go in and just whatever. But I was like, shoot. And he was like, when I walked by, she was kicking and she was like going like this in the hallway while she was numbing.
Wait, really?
Yeah, was I doing that?
You were?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant the client.
Me too. I thought the client, I was like, what? Why?
I mean, the client was laying down like this
Yeah, okay.
as I'm tattooing her eyeliner. She's.
Have you had someone like that before?
Huh?
Have you had someone like that
Yeah,
before?
one other time.
when Ari and Adrian's client was like that, or she was a yeller at least. She was cussing and she was doing.
One of my
we were like
clients-
in the room. We were like, what the hell's going on out
She
there?
literally pulled her hand out and like tried to grab my hand, and I was like, "Stop,
Wait,
because we're gonna
really?
have problems."
Oh,
What,
I think I know
tattooing
what
her
you're talking
eyeliner?
about.
Yeah, remember the lady from California? I was like, "Stop, we're gonna have problems if you keep doing that."
Yeah, I
The
know.
one
I've had
that's
It's
some.
so dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
dangerous, and then they're jerking their head around.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. Like, a tattoo's hurt. Don't come get your eyeliner tattooed. What makes
Yeah.
you think I don't have my eyeliner tattooed? Matt, none of us have our eyeliner tattooed. Not saying
I'm getting my
don't
eyeliner
get them
tattooed in a couple weeks, but
I have my
But
lash
it's a
line done and it
tattoo.
hurts.
Yeah,
and they ask me if
yeah.
it hurts, and I'm like, yeah, it hurts.
yeah, it's gonna hurt. So don't come if you can't handle it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I will let you go out with one eyeliner.
I
don't
will
care.
not do this. I won't do eyeliner ever again because it hurts. Like, I'm not doing it again to myself. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah. Well, since we're on clients, what's your biggest lesson with clients? I got one.
Yeah.
maybe what's your like biggest takeaway
Always
from a
take
client?
a booking fee.
Yeah.
I'm still working on that one.
I know
No, that
sometimes
one's
I'll see
hard.
some appointments snuck in and no booking fee. I'm like, Amber, pretend you're me.
Biggest takeaway on clients: write down everything.
Write down
Oh,
everything.
that's a
yeah.
good one.
Record everything if you can, if it's legal.
Yeah, I think your note system and like just everything that you have in the back end is like really
Yeah.
good.
It'll save your butt later.
Really
Literally.
good.
Yeah. I can't believe you guys weren't doing that before.
No,
Crazy.
No, yeah, no.
Did you write
a lot
down
of
your
places-
colors and stuff at least?
Yeah, I
Oh,
would
okay.
write down my colors. But like colors, juicy. You know, like that's that's just like little tiny notes, like
Yeah.
juicy person.
I write a
If
whole
someone
ass
hugs
book.
me, I'm like, they hugged me after.
No, same.
that they liked their work.
That's how you know
Yeah.
that Tanya's been an OG here for 4 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, code everything. Never
Yeah.
write anything in those notes that if they took you to court for some fucking reason,
Yeah, you want
they
everything.
can't use nothing against you. So if they are assholes, you say, client was very particular when drawing on the eyeliner. That's my red flag. I'm like, I know that she was a crazy.
Particular.
Yeah.
Client hugged me. I know she loved it. Check the cameras. She was hugging me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's what I've learned. All very, very detailed and everything.
Yeah.
Like matters.
Yeah.
Literally.
So what's your biggest lessons with apprentices?
When did you start taking apprentices?
Immediately, like a psychopath.
In your first year?
Like within
like
3
you opened
months.
the doors and you said, come on in.
Literally. Like, because what, April?
I think Brisa came on April, and then
You were later in the year, I'm pretty
I
sure.
think I was like, well, I came in July, and then, but I was like there for a month before you. I was just like the weird one because Amber was like, oh well, whatever, we'll just start you with like the other girl, and then so I was there for like a month, kind of just watching, but I technically didn't like sign until August 25th. I just know that because it's my dad's birthday, but I was there for a little bit.
Yeah, so like my first client was February, and Brisa came March, April. So within 2 months, we didn't even have furniture. It was COVID, so we didn't have furniture. I had no couch. There was nothing in there really.
Damn, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but when you go from like a setting like this, like that's what's wild, because GI was the same way, right? Like it was, artists in and out of rooms, like so, and then to go into somewhere where you're like, hold on, like it's just silent. You're like, what the hell? I would go to yell like, and I'm like, there's got nobody to yell at. Like this isn't fun.
Oh, I think that would be so weird.
Yeah.
It was so weird. It was silence.
Honestly, yeah. Nicole said when we were there, like she liked just being able to
I had
like,
a
talk.
tattoo in the red room. Well, I had a tattoo in the red room the first, like, I don't know, while, because they were still finishing the mural in my room.
Oh, okay.
It smelled like spray paint. And it was like, great. There's no front desk. It was just like, come on in.
It was interesting.
So what's your answer?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Your hardest or your biggest lesson?
Oh, apprentices. Oh my God. I don't know yet.
Probably not a 4-year contract.
No, definitely not that. Definitely not a 4-year contract. And definitely not, I don't think I'll ever do the room rental and apprenticeship. That's a new lesson. That's very new. I'm not going to split them again. It's too much.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I think moving forward, you're just paying me for your apprenticeship period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if you end up wanting to stay, cool, we'll figure it out to see if there's a spot. Otherwise, bye.
typically the apprenticeship is like a 6-month program. That's what they pay for, the 6 months of like a full-on apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Yeah, apprentices is a whole nother fucking, that could be a
Did you always want apprentices?
Well, she didn't want to be alone.
yeah, not really apprentices. I think I like the idea of having new people, because I find it's hard to like untrain somebody if they're doing something the wrong way. So if you have no foundation, it's easy to teach you things because you don't know, and it's easy for you just to get it.
Yeah.
You enjoy being a teacher and a mentor?
I do.
Yeah.
I think lately, probably the biggest takeaway from all of this is a hard lesson for me is learning to not push people. Not everybody's going to go as fast as you go. And then I start to take it personal because I'm like, fuck, why don't you want it as bad as I want you to want it? And so like just stepping back out of that completely and just letting people be.
Yeah.
And it comes off to me like not caring, but I know it's not that. But like to me, it makes me feel like when I started giving Tanya her space, I was like, okay, it feels like to me, it feels like I don't care about Tanya anymore. But that's not, it's like, I don't think, it's like, no, I'm actually letting her fucking breathe.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well, I feel like I remember I told, how many times did I say, I was like, I hate eyeliner. I'm not doing eyeliner. And you were like, want to do a Bing? No. And now we're just like, all right, we have an eyeliner class coming up. Let's do it.
Heck yeah. Now you're in it.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing I was up your ass a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell me
but now,
I know.
But
So
now
funny.
I just need to practice lips more.
Yeah. Yeah. I love eyeliner. I love all the permanent makeup except brows sometimes.
I love brows. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Brows?
Yeah, I never. Eyeliner
Eyeliner and lips,
like
I
brows.
think, is my favorite.
I like eyeliner and lips too the most.
Yeah. Like, I love lips. They're just so pretty.
I think they're very pretty too. I don't like my results.
Yeah. Yeah. The technique is different, I will say.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there. Whatever that is, if it's small.
Yeah, wherever
or-
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
find
You're
your style.
just the same way you got there with eyeliner. You're hard on yourself, but like,
Yeah.
you're really, really, really talented.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she'll get there for sure. And I think it's just you figuring out like between, because you have always been more fluffy. like more gentle, more airy.
You just have a light hand. I
Yeah,
have a
she
harder
does.
hand, so it's like doing something like that is like I'm gonna get right into it. Eyeliner, well, I'm gonna get right into it. I don't care.
Same.
I'm gonna, yeah, you're good.
I think she'll figure out
you're
meshing the
good.
two together. She'll figure
when
it
we
out.
were doing lips, you were like, oh, it's just like this. And then I was going, and then it was like nothing was happening.
I know,
You're like,
I was literally, I'm like, Tanya, what? I'm looking at her, I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm like, push down.
She's
into
very
the
light.
skin.
Yeah.
And then she starts going, she goes, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, I feel it.
And she goes,
Yeah.
this, or she starts doing it, she goes, this would take forever. Like, I could just do this in 18 round trainer. And I was literally like, all right. I go, and then she moved to the bottom lip and got the hang of it. And then I go,
And it starts going
I
faster
go, bro,
once you
look
get the
at
hang
you
of
just
it.
finished the bottom lip.
Yeah.
In like 20 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? Take forever. I'm like, no, that's beautiful. You're doing great. She's like, all right.
Yeah.
All right, I think
This isn't
yeah,
so
you're
bad.
right.
I always say, I was like, I think lips is the only thing that I would kind of do a little bit differently. But I'm like, everything else is like, you're not changing my mind. You're wrong.
No, I've never tried to change your mind about
Yeah, no,
anything else. Like
never.
I agree. I came here specifically to become a better artist, especially with eyeliner, and now I've been able to take that over into brows. I like the way I do lips. Not that it's. I just have a different. I agree though, but the other techniques, like down to every step of the way, I'm like, yes.
Yeah. And
That is
it's not
the
just-
best way to do it.
Yeah, and it's not just. I'm not blaming it on the technique. It's
Yeah.
me.
It's
too.
just your
Yeah.
hand spoon, hands. Yeah.
All
your
that
hand
stuff
speed,
matters.
yeah.
Like
It
Yeah.
does.
how you're moving, what your pressure is,
And your
like all that
pressure, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, because I'm like Amber and I are doing lips the same way,
The
and like
same
her,
way, but your
Liz just
pressure
isn't
is
doing
a
it.
1,000 times lighter than Amber's, 100%, without even
Yeah.
touching your hands. Like, yeah, it's
And
just
she
a
does
different.
the way she moves is like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
and I'm like, Tanya. She's like, yeah, I'm doing that. And I'm like,
Tanya's like,
Tanya.
no, I'm in there with the circle. Like, you see that? I'm like,
No, this is literally me on the lips.
yeah. And then when you look at Tanya from across the room, she's like, I'm like, you're doing good.
Oh my gosh.
You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great, sweetie.
Oh my gosh.
So what's your biggest lesson with permanent makeup?
I think, well, let's just say in everything. I have a good one in everything.
Okay, what is it?
In everything is, and it's very hard, and I'm still working on this, but balance.
Like,
Because you'll burn yourself out, and you're going to fucking hate your life. It's like as much as you want to get that thing done, I've been doing good. I've been stepping back. So I was like, I need this reviewed. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get there. Like,
I feel like there's been a shift from you in like the past, like 4 months.
yeah, what is it?
I think I arrived.
What's the shit? What's the shit,
I don't know.
Tanya?
Is it your energy reader, lady?
Well, no. What do you feel is different?
I feel.
I do feel like it's just like okay, whatever. Like,
Like more relaxed.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm fucking killing myself.
Yeah.
I think I literally got to a point where I was like, you saw this one. I come in and she's like, I think you're burnt out. And I'm like, I'm not. So she's like, okay, whatever you say.
I'm like, what can I do? What can I do?
And I'm like, actually can't do anything. It's just because I'm trying to do everything, and you can't do everything. Like, so if you can't do everything, then why am I killing myself? And we're not rich yet, so why am I really killing myself? So fuck it. It'll come when it comes.
Yeah.
That's how I felt lately. I
I
don't
think
know.
it's because like we're here, but then we want to be here,
Yeah.
and it seems so impossible. But then when you look back, you're like, oh crap, I went over all those steps.
Yeah, like
and
I've
it's
already
just,
made it so
like,
far.
And I also feel like there's something too. I think, well, now I sound old, but I'm like, I think my generation was like work. I think your guys' generation is like, it's more relaxed and it's more like, we'll get it when we get it. Like, it's going to come to us naturally. Like, and I do,
What's meant to be,
I
what
think
meant
it's
to be,
still in, like, I still think hard work is still implemented in our generation at least. Like, we are still out grinding.
95%.
Yeah.
Some
But
96.
I'm not going to beat myself up. Yeah. I'm not going to beat myself up about something that, like, I just moved here to Vegas. Should I have full books? No.
No.
How would I?
Right.
And
Yeah,
I
I
need
told
to.
Maddie, I was like, I'm from here and I don't have full books. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. And I was just like, it's kind of hard. Like that same bag, we can like literally dip back into imposter syndrome. It's like, there's people taking clients in the studio, and I'm just like, oh,
Must be nice. I
I
want
want
to
to take a
tattoo.
client. I want to tattoo somebody's face, and then it's like, okay, it's fine though, because like you're gonna put in the work, you're gonna implement, and eventually a client will come, and maybe that client will tell their friend and their sister and their cousin, and maybe that just works out for
Start
everyone.
popping
Yeah.
off,
Well, I think I asked you that the other day. I was like, when did you feel really solid in your clientele? And I think you said like 6 to 7 years into your
Yeah,
career.
like
Yeah.
it's,
Or
yeah.
8 or I don't forget the number. you said, but-
It was about 4 years that
Oh,
I
okay.
felt good, but I said I full fully believe, like, the economy's been shit, and you guys know I don't even like to talk about that stuff. I'm like, fuck that. The economy's not an excuse, but it has been shit. It's been more rough than, you know, you can't bullshit, you know, like it is what it is. As much as you want to like not see it, like it is. It's changed. It's different. Everybody's on social media these days, like, so you're not seeing that kind of kickback. And you know, now these days I think it's taken double that amount of time. Like, so if you're not in it for 7 years, good fucking luck. Have fun. You're not gonna make it. Like, unless you, and everybody's like 7 years, and I'm like, unless you like I killed myself. Are you gonna kill yourself for 4 years? I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Like, cause then you're gonna hate yourself year 5. Like, I don't like. You know, you'll get there when you get there. Like, and you know.
Well, 7 years isn't a lot in hindsight. You know what I mean? Because like, it's not.
Yeah,
I know. Doctors, nurses, all
it's taken about that long.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's just thankfully, like, you know, we've kept pretty steady with my schedule, but it's like also I have all of that. I got started at a good time. Yeah, I got started, you know. And
I mean, I know you definitely had to work hard, but I don't know if you would agree or disagree, but I feel like people like us, like, you know, me, Maddie, Adrian, we have to work almost like a little harder.
No, absolutely, like, to get seen.
Yeah,
there's so many more out there.
The industry is like saturated, but it's also saturated with people who like have time to sit on social media and put their faces out there and do all of this stuff. And it's like, oh, I want to do that, but maybe I can only get one video out in that time. And it's like some people just like can, you know, they have the extra time to like really focus on the marketing and all of that part of the business, and then it's like you feel discouraged because you're like, oh,
or people
I'm doing so much.
I always say like it's whatever you put out there, like
you can make yourself look hella busy.
Look busy, like, you know, all this stuff, like, and then they don't really have a lot of, you know, because I can say, my mentor may not be posting every day, but guess what? We have like 10 years of people coming down, or we have the studios full, like, you know.
Yeah. So it's like a full day.
I think too, you can say it's saturated, but okay, it's saturated with shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but that's
so
what I mean.
You stand out being different, like
that's
putting out good
mean.
work. It doesn't matter. So you're putting out less work, but you're 10 times better than the artist that's putting out a bunch of shit. Like, so that eventually.
Yeah, I feel like the market is overly saturated, but my prediction is in the next year,
so many are going to fall off.
Are going to fall off and be gone because there's people who cannot stick through and like power through. Because if you really care about the industry, like a lot of people have been joining and have joined the industry for quick money, quick marketing, quick,
and it ain't there. Like,
and that's just not what it is.
I feel like it's almost cool to be like, oh, like I'm a PME, or
it's trendy right now.
I feel like it is trendy, and it's like no.
Yeah, it's there's a lot more work that it's not just like, oh, I tattoo people's faces. It's like,
I'm a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why the 7-8 years makes sense, because these people who did a couple training classes are in the market right now. You're seeing them post all day long, but are they putting out quality work? No, in the end, your guys' work is going to stand out.
And they're going to get burnt out from being frustrated of not having the answers. Like, if we didn't have Amber support, or like if you don't have a mentor support, it's like you're like Mika. She got burnt out from discouragement. It's like, of course you're going to be discouraged
and dropping how much money again and again on these 2-day classes.
You know, it's easier. It's easier to quit and just say, fuck it. I know that I can make money doing this office job, or I can make money doing my aesthetic services, and then you just end up quitting and you just leave the industry, and it's like, okay, so now, you know, one less saturated person, but like that's just really that's really how everyone is. It's, everyone jumps on and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this training, I'm gonna add this new service, it's gonna be amazing. And then you get that one complicated client and you're like, oh shit, like I actually don't know what to do. Now that's gonna eat away at you. You're gonna feel insecure or discouraged about the service.
What I can't stand, not to cut you off, but I'm gonna say this because this has been on my mind for a while, is seeing on Facebook people posting, because there's big places that are like closing their studios, just like and they're just literally traveling to tattoo.
Yeah.
But some of them aren't even doing that. They're just closing down. Sorry, I'm a little hostile about this because it's really fucking annoying. But they're like, haven't been tattooing for 2 years, and maybe just selling products or something, and they're like, the industry is shit, you ain't ever gonna make no money, you're not gonna be booked. Like, fuck you, take your opinion, go down the street somewhere else with it, because the people that are still in the industry, still fighting to be in the industry, and putting one step in front of the fucking other, like, we're out here hustling, and for you to say that the industry is shit, go fuck yourself. Yeah. Pretty much. Like, I'm sorry, but because I've seen that pop up a few times from a couple big names out there in the industry that they're not even in the industry anymore. And I'm just like,
it's like,
bro, like, if you're not coming with something encouraging right now in this very moment, then shut your mouth if you're not in the industry. I'm sorry.
Or I'm sorry, but you just didn't try hard enough to make your impact in the, because I feel
you just thought it was too easy, or you thought it was going to be easier than it was, and now you quit.
Some of these have been around 10 years that I'm talking talking about that I've seen
that's
come in when I
crazy.
came in.
But
and
they
then
came in and then they side branched off into like, you know, like a lot of people now make
stores,
like,
making a store,
permanent
selling
makeup, like,
products.
They
supplies.
couldn't adjust to the new norm of
like
permanent
selling
makeup.
a line, you know?
Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry. we're
Yeah, a
done.
little rant there.
I mean, shit, it had to be said.
necessary.
Well, yeah,
though.
because then I see it on the Facebook group pages all along, you know, and someone like, I mean, I'm not going to go and quit just because some fucking Joe Schmo put that, like, okay, loser, whatever.
All the
I'm
time.
like,
I'm just
looking
like,
at it, but then, you know, I'm like, holy crap, if you were trying to do this for so long, like, but then I go back and I'm like, well, wait a second. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself like the most amazing artist, but we've been getting, Maddie and I have been getting recognized by people, and like, we've been getting messages, and I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah, from other
like,
artists who are like, we would love for you guys to come and visit. We would love to like learn how you guys do stuff and like see. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like it's really nice to have the support from other artists, because that's in this industry, you really need to be supported by other artists.
Yeah.
You need it.
You guys have the heart and the love for it, so that's half the battle.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you care.
Yeah, and kind of going back to the work thing, even though like I do feel like I'm not giving my 1,010% to permanent makeup. Like I feel like if I was only doing permanent makeup, I feel like, I don't know, I might just take on shit quality clients or just put like, just, you know, but I'm like, I'm not 1,000% dependent on the money
Permanent
for
makeup,
permanent
yeah.
makeup.
So
I
you
have
can tell
money
them to
coming
kick
in
rocks if they're
elsewhere.
crazy.
Yeah, or if I,
But that
you know,
keeps you true to your artistry, because
And
you're
that,
not out
yeah.
here pushing out boom, 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 brows. I have to do all of these to make
10
it.
in one day.
Yeah, like, I
yeah, or
have to do
burning
so
myself
much.
out. Like, oh my gosh, like no, I come to the studio and I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel overworked or stressed out or like, oh my gosh, I need to pay this and like I don't
Yeah.
have a client yet. And then you're just
There was a point in my apprenticeship in Mass that it was more required or appreciated if I was in the studio for 5 days a week. But the issue was I was in the studio doing all apprentice duties, but I wasn't making money. And I had 2 other jobs that were supposed to be supplementing the money. But at the end of the day, it just like it was just, you know, life is happening. So much shit was happening. And I had to take 2 months off of permanent makeup. Like I literally needed to step back and be like, whoa. Like I cannot give you the full 5 days. I need to redirect my focus and like worry about like getting myself in a substantial, you know, like get myself back up. And when I came back to permanent makeup, I just had that much more appreciation to it. And I felt like my clients were still there. They were still waiting for me. It was just like coming back in with a fresh, like open mind and open heart. Like, and I knew I was like, I can really give like 3 days. If I could give 5, of course I would love to. But like if I can get in there for at least a solid 3 days, and I made that a goal to like, okay, if you can get 1 client on each of those days, that's 3 clients a week. It's a pretty good start. Yeah. It's a pretty good start. And that's where that's what I was reaching. And I was like, okay, this feels good.
Yeah.
Just got to the point in my schedule, and like I get pissed off at myself if I don't stick to it. But like I think 3 days is good.
Yeah.
Honestly, like so Tuesdays, I get so mad when I give up our Tuesdays. Like it throws our whole week off. Like it's like, okay, great. Now I have all this stuff that Sasha's waiting for me. You know, not her fault.
Yeah.
But now I snuck a client in on a Tuesday, and then it makes me
takes
hate
away
the whole
from your-
week.
yeah.
Because I'm like, my Tuesdays are supposed to be for like all the things, and then Wednesdays are supposed to be for apprentices, and then so I tattoo Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's like, in order to have any type of balance, it's like, because I feel that like it throws it off like so bad if you don't.
Yeah, I needed to like step back and like
your
reevaluate.
hands, too. Like the work we do is not just easy.
I know
work.
when we went to Mass, we literally did over 15 clients in 4 days, and it was like a sweat. Like the work was great. It was a great time, but like we were like banging it out, and at the end of the day, we were like, okay.
I don't like working like
we
that.
need to cut in a lunch break. We need to cut in a lunch
yes.
break. We did not make time to eat, breathe, shit, or sleep. Yeah,
Maddie.
Yeah,
I used to do that.
I'm
like when I
sorry, it
first started, first 4 years.
was
So
my
like
first
these days,
booking.
I'm like, hell no.
That was my
no,
first
no.
time booking everything, so I was just like, oh, let's just like we could squeeze people in, And then
looking
when
at the
in the
thing
moment,
and
I was
I'm
like,
I'm like
if-
3 a day max, girl. I'm cutting that shit off.
I was looking at the schedule and I'm like, we got 2 people coming in at the same time.
yeah, I was like, yeah, you're gonna start drawing them, and I'll finish the wing, and then we'll just
That's Emily
transition. I go,
tried
that's
to
just what
talk
we're
me
gonna
into
do.
that. She tried to get me to do that with you girls, and that's how we were going to set up running the studio. Could you imagine doing that with my personality?
No,
I
it
would
was
lose my
chaos.
shit.
No, it was
I could
chaotic.
not.
I felt like I was being a little Amber, and I was like, okay, let me just, because I don't want Maddie to feel like I'm like, whoa, like, please, yeah. you know, but I'm just like, okay, this is like what I was, okay, like we need to think about this. And like, I'm not
but
trying to be like.
But we sat back and I told her, I was like, next time, I'm sorry. Like, I will make sure we have space to like fucking drink water.
It's okay. You're excited.
I know. I'm excited. I had a lot of stuff to do.
Limited time. Like,
limited time. Yeah, we were just trying to like get it done. And like, we had an overwhelming amount of support. And like, now we know. Now I know. Everything is a lesson.
We have 3 clients sitting there all like looking at each other and be like, all right, I'm working on this one, this one, this one.
Nobody
like,
even really had to wait a long time. It was just like, all right.
We had girls sitting on the waiting couch with numbing on. But it was
I've done that before.
Fine.
But it gives me such bad anxiety. It's like somebody showing up early too, and I'm like, why is she here
Yeah.
15 minutes early? I still have to do my last pass.
I just saw, and I saw another hairstylist actually post about that today. She was like, I love that you guys, maybe have time anxiety, but like it stresses me the fuck out.
Yeah,
when you show up
please just come
15
on
minutes
time,
early.
not
Like,
early.
that kills
I
me.
know. Guys, show up at the time we scheduled
Yeah,
you.
5 minutes before is appropriate.
Yeah, and
At the scheduled time
we're
is
like,
appropriate.
we like a minute before. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm like on
15 minutes is
well, because I'm working up till
crazy.
that minute that you get
Yeah.
there. So if I see you walk in, I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Or even like you finish at 1:55 and your next person's at 2. You thought you had 5 minutes to go sneak in the kitchen real quick. And
Sneak in the
Literally.
kitchen, drink some water, anything.
Yeah.
Use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Is that an
You feel
artist
bad
thing?
because you're going to the bathroom now and somebody's got to wait for you.
Probably.
So
Yeah.
true.
I feel like as an artist, I have really bad time management. But when someone fucks with a little bit of my time, I'm like, oh.
I know.
Yeah,
But I'm working on something. 5 more minutes. It's 2 more hours go by. I'm not done.
That's so funny.
You're almost done. You're almost done. Sits you up 5 more times. Almost done.
Yeah.
Gotta get that one last little dot.
I'm like, I'm not going to stop saying that. You are almost done, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sometimes the client's like, oh, what time do you think we'll be done? And I'm like, oh, we're almost done. I was like, you'll be done in 10 minutes. But then I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah,
that
35
one little
minutes have
something.
passed
And then
by
you're trying
and
to
you're
get
still...
it. Oh gosh.
Yeah, so time management. Oh, God.
Probably on a rant, huh?
Yeah. It was a lot.
good.
It was
Like,
a
what
lot
do we
because now
even
I'm
talk
thinking about it. I'm
about?
like, wow, we're in our... Amber's been running the business by herself, booking your own clients, doing all that for a long time. Like, that was our first little peek into, like, what that would look like. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But
I'm not ready.
Luckily, I feel
Imagine.
like...
Well, hold on, because you did paperwork and everything too. So imagine that, and then also imagine, there's so many things.
we're trying to take Sasha with us for a week.
I was gonna say, imagine, like I don't even want to look at that
Yeah.
type of stuff. That's like, well,
Yeah, I was like literally doing everything.
That was a lot. That was a little preview. And I'm like, January. Oh.
Well,
It's a
now
lot.
it's exciting because now we might have students.
I know, yeah,
that's cool.
Yes,
That is cool.
Yes.
I was actually thinking that. Well, that's like a private talk, probably. No, I was like, does she train the girl that hosted, but not eyeliner?
No, I trained her on eyeliner after and it was like
I was hoping she had like a student list that you guys could like send out to. That would be
be
cool.
sick.
Yeah, that
but
would be
we're
really cool.
actually we have a couple different studios also in Mass that have reached out and with interest of getting trained and willing to supply models for them and
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know what's going on.
Just go with
It's all
it.
happening.
Yeah, I'm like, I have clients too in Massachusetts messaging me. I was like, when the fuck did I get Massachusetts clients? I'm like, now I have people.
I told Tanya, I'm like, we're just gonna do it together. I need you. Yeah, I need you. That's it. This is what it is, and I'll take you with me wherever you go. These clients are now your clients. We're all one.
Luckily, we work well together, and all of Maddie's clients were like super trusting. Maddie's like, oh, Tanya's. Like,
they're like,
tattooing
whatever you
me.
say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever you say. And I'm like, Tanya's going to draw your shape on and then I'll tattoo it. They're like, I trust you. Whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. I trust Tanya with my life, so you should trust her too.
I'm like, luckily we flow, even though sometimes I'm like, I feel like we can both be just like, all right.
Yeah,
I
Tanya
told
gets
Maddie,
a lot
I'm
like
like,
that. I'm just like, I'm literally just like, I'm like,
That's me. I'm like, and so she's like,
next time,
fine,
I'm
you're not
like,
quitting.
next time we know, we're gonna do better. It's fine.
Yeah, I just need
Tanya's
30
like,
seconds. I'm like, Maddie, what the? All right, but all right.
she goes, but we're just gonna make do with what we got. And I'm like, and that's what I was thinking. That's what I was
That's what I was
thinking. That's what I was thinking. We're just gonna make do
That
with what we
is your
got.
personality.
That's my personality. We're gonna make. I've always had to make do with what I got, so I'm not gonna stop. Although it would be nice to be like more organized and prepared and like all of that. I want to get there eventually, but for right now, I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna get. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we did.
Heck
We
yeah.
did. So yeah.
Well, to end the episode, Amber,
Oh God.
what's your biggest lesson and your biggest accomplishment? Like, what are you most proud of from these last 4 years?
Ooh.
Not quitting.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
thank
Tanya.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that too.
Not quitting and Tanya.
Tanya.
Because she's the
Tanya's
only
our OG,
one that's
yep.
fucking, fucking made it through. Like, what the hell? Like, if you quit any time in the next year or two, I will kill you because you didn't go this far to come this far.
I feel it's just the beginning for Tanya.
I feel
it's just the beginning.
Like, she's finally.
I know. It's so crazy because I tell everybody, I'm like, even though I've been in this for 3 years, like, I feel like right now it's like I'm restarting again.
Yeah.
Like, not in like a technique wise, but like I'm just starting over. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we're going to rebrand.
Yeah.
I'm like, have a partner.
Yeah.
I'm like, we have things to worry about. I'm like, we're traveling. Like, all these things that you said that, you know, you're like, oh, you're going to start doing this and start doing that. Oh, yeah, whatever. But I'm like, oh my gosh.
What's happening?
No, it's actually rolling out because, like, now it's like
Amber's
we need to get
telling me, like, oh, make a course. And it's like, okay, I'm getting there. And it's always been, like, it's always been on my mind. I'm like, okay, like, we're going to be like a mini Inspired, like a mini MsAmberRed, whatever. And then it's like, oh, guess what? Like, now we have 2 people who want a class.
I know.
What? Like,
I know. Every time I tell Tanya, she's like, oh, it's real. I'm like, I don't know what's going on at all.
Yeah, she's like, she wants training for like this and that. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, it's happening. I'm like, somebody wants to learn from us.
I know. And then we have a lot of support from like random social media artists too that are like you always have a space where you're welcome in our space. It's like, oh, but what do I do in your space now?
I don't know. My biggest accomplishment is saying I'm from MsAmberRed.
Yeah. Aww.
Yeah, it's great. Like, even when we went to Massachusetts and the girl, shout out Stephanie, if you ever listen to this, Stephanie. She was like, I've been following Amber for like 8 years.
Yeah, she's been following you. And she was she was literally so honored. She was like, I'm like so excited that you guys are going to
When you said that, I thought, a girl that's working there? Like, who's she? And you're like, not an artist, Amber, a fucking person. I was like, oh. Well, not that artists aren't people.
A person who does their research into their artists and cares.
Yeah.
And cool.
And she was like, either maybe one day she was going to come here or one day I'd go out there. But
it just worked out. Cool. Life is so crazy.
Yeah, life is so crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out, Steffi.
Congrats on the last 4 years, Amber.
Yeah, congratulations,
Tanya
Amber.
too.
We're still here, you guys.
Graduating to next year.
Yeah.
I made that a thing.
Graduate.
No, she's an early graduation.
Yeah,
no,
she gets to graduate. Yeah, she gets to graduate early.
It is an early graduation.
Yeah. Congrats.
I think so. Congratulations.
To you too, Maddie.
Yeah, you too,
Amber,
Maddie.
thank you for giving us a safe space for artists.
Yeah.
I think
creating Inspired.
I like listen to these podcasts all the time. Sasha's always cutting me off in the morning, so she steals the music. But I'm like listening to these podcasts, and they're just like, it's because from when I first started, like with, I'm sure you've seen like a change. You said ours changed like the last 4 months, but it's like it's self-development is what it is. Like you're constantly changing. Like I wanted everything to be so fucking perfect, and I was obsessive, and I was controlling, and I was, and now I'm just like, I gotta breathe. But now I finally can breathe a little bit, right? Because she's fucking done. She's fucking made it. So that's great. Maddie's here's fucking made it. Now they can rely on each other. So that takes a whole fuck ton off of my plate, right? And then
we're gonna be our own little business.
and Adrian's finally, I'm gonna let Adrian, she's gonna help. I'm gonna have her help with the apprentices because she's so structured and so on their asses. And let her help with the apprentices, so they'll be doing their own thing. Adrian will be kind of helping every other week with the apprentices, and so I can finally breathe. So
knowing when to delegate. I always tell you that, delegate. Let people do what they're good at. You're always going to oversee everything, but just let people do.
Yeah, take the help, accept the help, and appreciate.
100%. All right, guys.
All right, cool.
Well, congrats.
That was awesome. Congratulations on 4 years, Amber.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to you guys. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. And really, Sasha's the real OG.
Seriously.
She's the glue that holds it all together, so don't let her be over there quiet, just congratulating everybody else.
Thank you, Sasha.
Seriously, Sasha. I knew you were going to come in here one way or another.
I know.
You in there.
So maybe 2 more minutes, because actually it's a good story, because Tanya, actually, we're not going to do our last episode, so we do what we want
We'll just
in
split
here.
this into 2 parts.
I don't even know if we have to, because I think I have another plan. But anyways, of course I do, the idea person. But I was going to say that Tanya actually brought. Remember when you were like, I'm going to bring Sasha?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what she doesn't want a tattoo. I don't know what she's doing, but she's going to be doing
I
something.
was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know. She's like, your best friend running the books and stuff, And I was like, I get it. I was like, trust me. I hear you.
Well, because I've seen bad situations in the past. I got really screwed over by a situation like that. And I was like, okay, they're friends, and I got fucked. Like, I can't have that situation happen to anybody else in here. So
No, I think, Sasha, you are like Switzerland. You are literally the perfect neutral and so helpful and important around the studio.
Guys, and how does she stay so like this?
She must cry in the pantry. She must go to the same
She's talking a lot of shit behind my back, and I just don't even know it. So I was like, fucking Amber, fucking
dude.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. But really, she's like, fuck that girl, she's crazy.
Get the stuff done.
As soon as you have an idea, my brain starts going. I'm like, okay.
She hates me though half the time. I know she does. She just doesn't say it.
No,
my
you
notes will be
challenge
like, hey Sasha, I know you're gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna go hide.
Every note starts. I know you're gonna hate me.
Because Sherry told me no, so I'm like, but I think I can.
No, I think the
Sasha's
challenges
so
are
good at
good.
figuring everything out because she's like, yeah, or I'm like trying to build something. She's like, oh yeah, it's like all the instructions. And I'm like, huh?
Literally, I'm like,
like,
so
so
this
good
is
at
Sasha
that.
all day. Just she's like, so looking at me. I'm like, idea. She's like,
Yeah.
And then she's like,
she stuffs them in like a little binder, and she's like,
I got
I've
this
reorganized this, and I took all of your ideas, and this is what we're doing with them. And I'm like, I'm just in the background too. This has nothing to do with me. I'm like, God, Sasha be doing stuff.
and then
know.
she's got that organized list of the ideas, and then you open the thing, and it opens, and she's got this whole list of all these things that need to be done in order to get that idea done with check marks.
Yeah. Yeah. An essential
everyone
part of
needs
the
a Sasha.
business. Yeah. An essential part of the business is Sasha. Absolutely.
Oh my
Maddie
gosh.
and I will for sure
Sasha
be
leaves,
freelancing.
Inspired
Sasha.
closes.
No.
Sasha's not going anywhere.
That's fine. I'll be ready to quit by then too, so it's okay. I've already been okay with that in life because I'm gonna get a little RV and travel the world. But
Okay, if you do that, we'll just jump over. and we'll
yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it away.
That's no
out.
problem.
Adrian, she's like, people are talking about quitting in here, and I travel out here every other week. So
No.
what's happening?
Don't worry. It's not
No quitting.
No, we're all traveling.
Sasha-
I know there's always like a bigger picture to this.
Yeah, it's the
Definitely.
big picture.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
that matters the most.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
get yourself a Sasha.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right, guys. Well,
Alright,
thank
cool.
you so much for joining us on
Yeah,
another
thank you guys
episode.
for joining us.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for joining us on another Inspired podcast episode. Tanya,
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
ooh, thank you guys,
Bye,
so
guys.
much. Bye.
Thank you.
Awesome.